Right now at 6 o'clock, a massive fire at a fertilizer plant still burning at this hour. Local fire and city officials say the biggest dangers are a potential explosion, or even the chance that hazardous fumes could be in the air. This is a bird's eye view this morning of the Weaver fertilizer plant fire from student pilots Liz Levistek and Cam Budin from Piedmont Flight Training.
And let's take a look at a map of where that fire is still burning this morning. Winston-Salem Police and the city of Winston-Salem are asking anyone within a 1-mile radius of the Weaver fertilizer plant to evacuate for the next 48 hours. Christina Evans is with us in studio tracking the latest developments, but first we want to take you live outside. Our Rachel Ellis is just outside that radius this morning in Winston-Salem, working to learn more from officials fighting that fire.
And Rachel, you spoke with those first responders overnight. Give us the updates.
Yeah, Devontae, good morning to you. And I actually just got an emergency alert on my phone right now, just moments ago, asking anyone within that 1-mile radius of the Weaver fertilizer plant to evacuate. So just wanted to bring that up. I'm sure a lot of you at home also just received that alert. But of course, guys, that news this morning just happened just around 4:30. We got a lot of new overnight developing details from the battalion chief with the Winston-Salem Fire Department. Right now, of course, we know that 1-mile evacuation radius still very much in effect and will be in effect for much longer here, but the fire department did tell us that that evacuation radius will not become larger. That was a question asked during the conference this morning. Right now, the cause of the fire at the Weaver fertilizer plant is still very much under investigation. Right now, firefighters cannot get up close to that fire. They've pulled those crews away because of the potential for an explosive rail car in that area. They fought the fire for 2 hours, but again, it began affecting that rail car. And once the rail car was involved, that's when they began assessing a new tactic. Right now, that new tactic is they're assessing the scene every 15 to 20 minutes using a drone team. That's including the Greensboro Fire Department as well as the Louisville Fire Department, also a part of that evaluation effort. And right now, a fire truck is on the back side of the building that's flowing water. There are no firefighters there. It's unmanned. It's there all by itself, or again, those safety purposes in that area. And another fire truck is pumping water to it from a fire hydrant. And the fire department says, as Devontae mentioned earlier, there is still that potential for explosion. So again, just another reason firefighters, emergency crews, police are urging people to stay away from that area. And lastly, the fire department says that they have been in contact with the Weaver fertilizer plant, but at this point, they say the company does not have any comment. But we're going to go out to our Christina Evans, who's live in studio this morning. I know Christina has been following a lot of breaking details coming in overnight. I know there's been a lot of information being shared on social media as well from the Winston-Salem Fire Department and the police department. Christina, what are you seeing at this hour?
Well, yeah, thank you so much, Rachel. Yeah, the Winston-Salem police officials have been working to let everybody know to get out of that evacuation zone. And right now, social media is the best way to do that.
There's a large fire at a fertilizer plant with potential for explosion. Please exit the area. If you can stay somewhere else tonight outside of 1-mile radius, you'll be safe. You're going to come to the window.
And you can see from this video that WSPD tweeted out this morning that they are driving through the neighborhoods in that 1-mile radius of North Cherry Street, encouraging those residents to get out. Now, this area is home to nearly 7,000 residents, and they are all headed to the Coliseum, including those Forsyth County Correctional Center. They have also been evacuated as well, but they are taken to a different location. And as well, this morning, Wake Forest University is canceling all of those classes today. An alert was sent out overnight to students, letting students and staff know that housing has been made available for those people who are evacuating as well. And at this time, it is important to note that that area does not include on-campus housing, with the exception of the Deacon Place apartments. Now, students, staff, and faculty who live off campus within that 1-mile radius will be able to go to the Well-Being Center, the Benson Center, and the ZSR Library during the duration of this evacuation. And we are still waiting for an update at this hour from Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. The North Hills Elementary School is within that 1-mile radius zone, and the district is expected to give an update before 7 this morning on whether or not that will affect that school today. And of course, we will bring you that information as soon as we learn it on air and online. But right now we want to get over to Brian Slocum. He has more on this forecast, and he has more on what that air quality could actually do to affect weather and people who are stepping outside today. Brian, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we wanted to start with that drone video we saw a few moments ago, and you can see from this amateur video that smoke plume from the fire is being carried away from the fire site in one direction. Now, when smoke plumes tend to burn from fires, they tend to start pretty concentrated but do fan out, and usually kind of a fan of about 30 to 40 degrees from the actual site. So if we take a look back at maps, you can actually see from where we are in Winston-Salem that the actual site is farther north of there, and the prevailing winds would carry it back south toward especially the western side of the city. Winds right now are at about 5 to 9 or 10 miles per hour. This is likely the strongest our winds are going to be today. Out of the north-northeast, so from the site, and just to give you a vantage point, Smith Reynolds Airport's right about here. You're looking at Highway 52 right there. Closer inspection, this would generally take it in the direction of Wake Forest University, Ronalda Village, Mount Tabor general area from there. Now, we're about 2 miles away from where that fire is burning. We don't detect any smell of smoke here, but the longer that burns, the more that can change. And we're talking about a chemical fire, or at least some chemical aerosols that may be within that fire. So if you start to feel some burning in your throat, some respiratory ailments, trouble breathing, if you're very young, very old, and generally have heart and lung ailments, this is not really something you want to mess with. We're checking with area hospitals. We haven't really had any definitive information to say that they're getting a lot of calls, but under these circumstances, if you live in that 1 to 2 mile radius, I would say you really want to limit your outdoor time today, especially if you live toward downtown Winston-Salem from there. Today's weather is pretty quiet otherwise. Highs in the upper 40s today. We'll have much more in that part of the forecast coming up.